Now I'm warning you, kid. You can call me cheap. You can call me greedy. But don't call me a mother racist. Bob Arum dishes and dunks on Terence Bud Crawford, says he didn't promote, and it's effing stupid if you even dare to call him a racist. I'm gonna talk about all that in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Terence Crawford was the subject of a line of questioning. Fight Hype has a video. The link is in the description. As always, make sure you check it out. Bob Arum was asked specific questions and caught up with about the Terence Crawford lawsuit. So he's getting ready for his upcoming fight this week. Miguel Berchelt fighting former Shakur Stevenson opponent Nakathila. Now, interesting thing real quick about that fight is Shakur Stevenson got his wish and he's fighting Oscar Valdez, which is an amazing fight. And I'll be talking about that a lot on the channel, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But Shakur's fighting Valdez. Valdez knocked out brutally Miguel Berchelt, former champion, to become a champion. And Shakur Stevenson handily beat Nakathila, and then they're fighting. So I think there's just something to note that Shakur's fighting Valdez, and they're the winners of those two guys who are fighting this weekend in separate respective bouts. Now back to Terence Crawford. I've supplied you guys with the link, so I am not going to say verbatim, but I'm gonna paraphrase. Bob Arum was asked directly about a lawsuit. Now, just to give you guys quick cliff notes in case you have not been subscribed, maybe you're new to the channel. Terence Crawford had worked with Bob Arum's Top Rank company for about a little over a decade, I want to say, about 11 years. Most recently, he had his last bout, and post-fight Sean Porter bout, he said something that alarmed a lot of people. At the post-fight press conference, Terence Crawford said that Bob couldn't give me the fights when I was with him, so how is Bob gonna give me the fights when I'm not with him? But I wish everybody the best. So most people naturally took that as Terence Crawford is leaving Bob Arum, and that's exactly what happened. Little did we know, the first month of the brand new year, 2022, Terence Crawford dropped a bombshell and said that he is actually suing in the form of a complaint and lawsuit Bob Arum. So that's where we're at. They haven't went to court and finalized, there's no verdict or outcome, but that's where we're at. Terence Crawford alleges some pretty heavy stuff. He says that Bob Arum and Top Rank, they treat black fighters a certain way. They're biased based on color, creed, nationality, whatever you want to call it, right? And he was purposefully handled and mishandled basically in a certain type of way that didn't enable him to become a pay-per-view star. Fast forward to right now. So this brand new interview with Bob Arum. Bob Arum was asked about that lawsuit, and immediately I just noticed everything. Immediately when he's asked the question, he turns his head, because he almost doesn't, it's like he almost didn't want to even be asked about it or talk about it. So just when you watch the interview, make sure you guys peep that. But he said some interesting things. Again, I'm gonna paraphrase. Bob Arum, as he was dishing it out, said that Terence Crawford trains his butt off. So he did, give Terence Crawford his just due. He said he got the results that he got in the ring because he's a great fighter and he conditions and prepares himself in the right way. However, and this is a big one, he says Terence Crawford basically does not do his part, and he's not a good promoter. He is not a self-starter. The reason why Top Rank was in the hole with Terence Crawford fights is because Terence Crawford refused to promote. He says he just wouldn't do it. All he would do is, I guess, wishful thinking, just prepare for the fight, and that was it. He said Terence Crawford would prepare like a son of a bitch, and other than that, he would siphon himself off, and that hurt us, meaning Top Rank, when Terence Crawford would do that, because he just refused to promote. He would not promote his fights. Arum continued that it left more to be desired, basically, because Terence Crawford, he got the results that he wanted in the ring as a fighter because he would train, and he's a great, damn good fighter. But
it hurt Top Rank, and basically he's reiterating the fact that they lost money. Then he completes this section of the interview by basically saying that you can call me cheap, you can call me broke, you can say I'm greedy. These things maybe are debatable, but what you don't do is call me racist, because that's like effing stupid, said Bob Arum. So he really resents that label from Terence Crawford, and he says basically Crawford has people in his ear that are misguiding him and leading him in the wrong direction. He says he wished that it could have ended when his contract ended and they could have went their separate ways with no animosity, no vitriol, no venom, no AKA no nasty lawsuit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I want to know from you guys what you think of Bob Arum's comments. Now, I will give Bob, you guys let me know if he's racist in the comment section. If you believe that, if you don't believe that, leave me a detailed comment. I will say this in regards to Bob Arum. Bob Arum is exceptionally consistent on his beef or his quarrels with Terence Crawford. He has stated for years that Crawford loses him money. He has stated for years that Crawford fights are not profitable. And yet again, in this new interview, he's pretty much saying the same thing. I don't have the financials. I don't have the end of the year fiscal reports and stuff. I don't work for Top Rank. I don't work for Terence Crawford. But Bob Arum has maintained that Terence Crawford has failed to do his end of the bargain. Even he did an interview with The Athletic and said that Terence Crawford needs to be more like the likes of Floyd Money Mayweather, easy work. Like I said before, Terence Bud Crawford, he's a young and hungry lion. I make the best adjustments. What can I say? I got a hell of a team. Al Heyman, it's like we all under the same umbrella. That's how Floyd would say it. That's how Floyd would do it. Back to Terence Crawford. So basically, he said he needs to be more of a showman, like Floyd Mayweather. He even said Shakur Stevenson's name, and also guys like Teofimo Lopez and Manny Pacquiao. Make yourself a product, make yourself a commodity. Let me know if you guys agree with that, if Terence Crawford, if there's something he needs to do. Now, there's different rumors swirling about what Terence Crawford's next move is going to be. I've even seen some people suggest that he could be signing to PBC. You guys know my style if you've been watching my channel for any length of time. These fighters, they're also human. I try to humanize the sport of boxing. So I'm going to let Terence Crawford announce his own news in that regard. I mean, I could sit up here and speculate and make up stuff and, you know, clickbait y'all and stuff like that. I don't know what Crawford's going to do. Hopefully he makes the right choice. I think PBC would be an amazing choice for his career because everybody he needs to fight is primarily with Al Heyman and Premier Boxing Champs at 147, 154, even if he were to move up. So I've been adamant about that. But as far as the end result, Terence Crawford, he has to make that decision and announce it and make it official. I mean, I'm not going to pull my hair out trying to figure out what he's going to do. Let me know if you guys agree with Bob Arum, what he's saying, that Crawford needs to be better in terms of on the microphone and MC. I will say this, there is a stigma for black fighters particularly that when guys are too nice or don't sell the fight, so to speak, that they got to do more. Oh, be more like Broner. Oh, be more like Floyd. But I think that's messed up because you got guys like Usyk, you got guys like Lomachenko, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, Bivol, whoever, you know, and they don't have to do nothing extra. They could just show up and be recognized and ranked and people check out their fights. They don't have to sell the fight. They don't have to put on shenanigans and, you know, have a gimmick or anything. But I think black fighters are constantly capitulated and put in this predicament where if you're not a loudmouth, you know, you're not going to do like Blair Cobbs and Adrian Broner or whatever, then old media tells you that's what you should be doing. So I don't think Terence Crawford needed to do that if he doesn't feel animosity towards the opponent. See, Crawford's no punk. I will say that. Crawford's no punk. Like when he pushed Hank Lundy, like you don't want to try it, Crawford. It just takes the right energy to bring that out of him, like the Jose Benavidez fight or the Hank Lundy fight. I think he's a true competitor. So A lot of times you just have to bring the dog out. If you're taunting him or whatever, that's when you see it. So let me know if you agree with Bob Arum, you agree with Terence Crawford. Did he promote himself good? Either way, he's a hell of a fighter. He's a terrific fighter. We'll see what his next move is. Let me know what you guys think. In the last 28 days, I looked at my YouTube analytics and it showed me something. It told me that 50% of you who watch my content are subscribed. Thank you. Which means that 50% of you didn't subscribe to the channel. Maybe you forgot. Maybe it slipped your mind. Maybe you didn't see the subscribe button, or maybe YouTube unsubscribed you, which does happen. Make sure you guys check to see if you're subscribed to my channel. Do that. It takes a couple seconds. It's free. Worst case scenario, if you're not feeling the content, I drop everything boxing, boxing news, boxing 24/7. I give you all access. Your access is granted. If you're not feeling it, you can unsub, but let's run it up 2022. Let me know what you guys think. Terence Bud Crawford, amazing fighter. Bob Arum says he's effing stupid for calling him a name that I said earlier, Racist. And he said Crawford, simply put, didn't promote. But you guys check it out for yourself. Link in the description. As always, hey, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, Ego signing off. And I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.